It's Saturday the 30th of December right now, and I was supposed to go out to the gym to get a workout in because I've not been all week. Usually I try to go Monday, Wednesday and Friday. On Monday it was Christmas, the gym was shut and I was working a 12.5 hour day. I didn't have the energy to get a workout in that day, unfortunately. I let myself just rest and enjoy the time that I had. And then on Wednesday, I don't recall what happened, but it was a busy day and I never got my workout in either. I needed sleep, I prioritized sleep, and I did get 8,000 steps though, which is good because I still got movement in. That's a good thing. And then Friday was yesterday. I was working 12.5 hour day. I got around 8k steps. So by the time I got home, I just relaxed as much as I could. It was a bit hectic, but that's the story for another day. So it's Saturday. I was supposed to go to the gym, but it's snowing and the roads aren't very gritted at the moment because it's just fresh snow. So I ended up just doing a workout in my room, using 4 kilo weights plus 2 kilo weights plus a massive weight. And I think that's 2, 5, 10. That's 10 kilos in total. So I did some biceps, triceps, squats, some legs, and it's just a short workout, really just to activate my muscles because it's been a hot minute since I did that. And I'm not gonna lie, I did feel disappointed in myself. I thought, oh goodness, I should really be prioritizing my fitness goals. But then upon reflection, I was exhausted and I really needed time to just rest. And considering it is the holidays and using my self-compassionate approach, which I talk about, in the grand scheme of things, it's okay. I was doing some reflection this morning, looking at what I've achieved over the year and taking a moment to feel proud of myself, being consistent with my goals. I still didn't give up, and it made me think, wow, going forward, I'm going to keep this attitude. I'm going to be persistent, and I know that there will be challenges and life stresses and unaccounted for events that I don't expect, but that's just life. And I'm not going to give up until I reach my goal of feeling like I'm in the best shape of my life. And this year, 2024, I'm turning 30 years old. And so a new chapter begins. I'm going to consider a new approach. I'm thinking about maybe contacting a personal trainer and going on some sort of structured plan. The nature of my job right now, I work really long days, 3 to 4 times a week depending on the rota because it's a rolling rota, and it's kind of difficult to have like a regular structure with my workouts. So I'm not really sure how I'm going to do this, to be honest with you. I did think about getting up earlier and trying to get a workout in before work, but I tend to, from what I've been doing the past few weeks, I tend to deprioritize, is that a word? Not get enough sleep, basically. And then that affects how I'm feeling, my emotions, my cravings are higher. I want sugary things. And especially at this time of year where there's been so much chocolate available, I have been eating more. And you know what? That's okay. I know that, but it's not making me feel good. And so, yeah, I've got a lot of thoughts going on in my mind, but I'm just taking it one moment at a time, one day at a time. It's kind of hard to juggle how you feel with what you know you need to do when it comes to food. If you've had negative experiences with your relationship with food, if you emotionally eat, or if you've got a history of disordered eating habits, or I guess this kind of toxic relationship with diet culture, not knowing what to do because there's so much information available which is contradicting, and even some evidence-based nutritional advice can be confusing as well because it's so generalized. And I think when you're making lifestyle changes, it really needs to be so personal to you, and that's almost like half the battle, just figuring out what is helpful for you, because what I used to do at the beginning is different to what I'm doing now. I've went through these different stages. I've discovered new foods that I enjoy more and different workouts. And so it really is this sort of trek, uphill battle. Sometimes it feels easy. Sometimes it feels really hard. Lots of emotions, disappointment, guilt. You go through it all. And ultimately the thing that separates those that are successful to those that aren't are the ones that pick themselves up, get through the emotions, and continue to keep going. Because it's so easy to just give up and just go back to like your normal habits. But if you're serious about making a lifestyle change, taking control of your health and how you feel about yourself, then really there is no other way. One of my goals going forward in 2024 is to really accept myself for what I am. In order to do that, it's a lot of mental hurdles that I need to overcome. I'm getting there and I know that, and I feel so much stronger. And even just like talking to the camera right now and sharing this with an audience that I don't even know, that in itself is progress to me. Right now, I don't have a personal trainer. Everything I've done has been with the knowledge that I have and learned over the years. A lot of it is information that I've gathered from YouTube videos and people that are qualified to speak about what they're speaking about, and it's evidence-based. But at the same time, I've really had to pick bits and bobs that are applicable to me and experiment, trial and error. Really, that's really what it was. It was a lot of trial and error, and it's just trying to get through that phase until I get to a point where I feel like I'm stronger, I'm healthier. I don't want to think about what I'm eating all the time. I don't want this to be something that consumes my energy on a daily basis. I want to be able to get to a stage where I don't think about it and it's just so habitual. It's like going to sleep and waking up. It's that much of a routine. And one of the challenges is the job I work is quite difficult to have a regular routine because every week is different. But I will make it work. I'll figure it out. Yeah, the goal is to reduce body fat and increase lean muscle, but I'm going to be focusing on body fat the most. I just got finished with that Pump It Up class, and let me tell you, that was a humbling experience. I used muscles I forgot existed. It's been a long time since I went to one of these classes. I used to go to them quite frequently when I was doing my undergrad at university. It just kind of makes you think there's so many different areas of muscles that you don't work if you're used to doing a certain set of exercises like I was. I used to do hot yoga and Pilates, but when you're using weights and you're doing certain movements like lunges, that's one thing that I hate. I hate lunges. I felt like I was a bit wobbly and my balance wasn't the best when I was doing squats because the fitness instructor that was taking the class, her form was just amazing and I was trying to emulate that and I was struggling, but I think it's a really good thing because it's highlighted areas that I'd like to improve balance and form. And I struggled with, like, I did 5 kilo weights on the bar and the picture I took to show you, I had to take that off for the warm-up because it was too heavy for me. I just thought, you know what, I'd rather perfect the form the way it's supposed to be, get it solid, and then add weight on and then progressively overload, because that's the most important thing for me, is to make sure that I don't injure myself, because if I do injure myself then I will end up not being able to work out and that's just gonna delay everything. It's harder to break bad habits, so I'd rather learn the proper form and then take it from there. I felt the burn for sure, and there were many moments where I had to stop and shake my arms and legs because I could feel like the lactic acid, is that the burning sensation feeling? I think I hydrated. I've drunk about this much of my water already. I'm gonna go home, shower, and then I'll show you what I have for my post-workout fuel. I bought this banana flavored protein shake, protein powder from Holland Barrett the other day, and I'm trying this roasted instant chicory drink. It's got fiber in it, and I'm trying to wean myself off caffeine just to see how I feel. And once you open that, you need to consume it within 4 weeks. But the reason I got banana is because recently I'm obsessed with these protein drinks. This protein drink reminds me of the one from McDonald's when I was younger. I'm hoping this tastes similar. We'll see. I'll do a taste test. I'm not sure if I want a protein shake right now or if I want a tuna onion toasty sandwich. I think I might go for the toasty sandwich, to be honest with you. Something different and blend this cottage cheese up and use it as a mayonnaise instead of mayonnaise because I don't have mayonnaise. I try and get my probiotics in once a day, and today I had some kefir which I got from Lidl. For my lunch I'm having a toasty onion and tuna sandwich with some miso soup and some leftover salad on the side, and I've got my multivitamin and my vitamin D in there as well. I'm gonna have that, and then I'll definitely be having something later because this is not enough to sustain me for the day. I made myself some chicory drink. It looks like coffee. Let's see if it tastes like coffee. I'm having mixed grains with falafels, some hummus, salsa, leftover chicken from yesterday's biryani, and a tiny bit of spinach because most of the spinach that we have is wilted. So I took the bits that are edible. And I just need to tidy up and then I can go eat this. So we've got some walnuts in here, almonds, chia seeds, some cereal. Oh, it's got flash on. Okay, so I measured out 250 ml of this Alpro milk. I'm just gonna pour this into here. Make sure the lid is on because I really don't want that to spill everywhere. Over a period of 4 weeks, I have lost a kilo of body fat according to the machine at gym. And you might notice that my height is not the same. It's not 100% accurate, but I'm just using those machines as a way to gather a pattern and see a trend, an average over time. Since that 1 month of documenting the changes, I have actually changed gym. And I go to another gym that offer a body composition machine that lets you measure your body fat and your water and your muscle. So I did that too, and it showed me a different number as to what the original machine showed me. So I'm just kind of judging my progress of my strength, and also I'm noticing my clothes are fitting looser, even though my weight isn't changing that much. I must be losing body fat. To tell you a quick summary as to what I've actually been doing for that month is the following, and I've got a note here because I've been documenting it via written documentation. So I wrote down, I've been doing a minimum of 3 strength-based workouts. So those are fitness classes, those are at-home exercises that I'm seeing on YouTube videos, using free weights, using body weight. As long as it's any form of resistance, I've been doing a minimum of 3 consistently in a week. Sometimes more than that, but the average is 3. Like I said earlier, I work an awkward pattern where I work 12.5-hour days, and on those days I'm not able to fit in any strength training, so I work around it. Other than the workouts, I've also been trying to hit a walking step target, which is from 8 to 10k. Sometimes I get more than that, sometimes just under. It's not rigid, it's just something I aim for. I put in effort when I have time to just move more. And portion awareness, I have just been more conscious, as I have been over the few years that I've been documenting this. The quality of food that I'm eating, always get a serving of protein in every meal. I'm still doing the intermittent fasting about 90% of the time. There are days where like if it's my time of month or I'm just feeling really lethargic, if I have an injury, if I'm feeling poorly, then I just make sure I have breakfast. But it's really intuitive thing now. But for the majority of the time, I tend to have 2 large meals and then a snack as well to try and make sure I'm getting sufficient protein, good quality carbs and healthy fats, and fibers another thing, and then probiotics too. And I do take a vitamin D supplement every single day because I live in Scotland, we don't get a lot of sun. I have to take that, especially because my skin colour is darker. I require more of it. And then a multivitamin just to cover my base. It's not necessary for me, but I managed to get good quality vitamins on a decent price during a sale, so I just make sure I use them when I can. And then I have a magnesium in the evening as well to help me with my muscle care and improve my quality of sleep. Other than those supplements, I've been taking amino acids occasionally when I'm not eating animal-based proteins as much, because I've been eating more plant-based protein. I get them from Holland Barrett. I just wanted to try them out, so I have the recommended amount before my workout and then after it, but I've not been doing that really consistently. It's just every so often, so I wouldn't be able to say whether it's made any difference really. And sleep quality as well. Every night's not been the best of sleep, but I do prioritize making sure I get enough recovery and rest. I just try and kind of balance it out. So it's not perfect, but it's better than it used to be, and that's what this is all about improving I've also increased my water intake, so now I have at least 2 liters of water every single day. There's been some occasions where I haven't, but I've been having at least 1.5 litre, but on average it's at least 2 litres. And if I'm sweating more in a workout or whatever that day, then I just drink a bit more, but it's more intuitive now at this point. Stress as well, I just pay attention to how I'm feeling. If I need to do something relaxing, I do it. I don't force myself to do an intense workout when I'm not feeling. It's kind of tricky because sometimes you need to be able to overcome that and make yourself do something that you don't want to do, whether that's going out for a walk or moving your muscles and body and working out. But for the most part, I'm able to recognize when I need to really take time out and do something enjoyable. And I think that's a really important part of any sort of healthy fitness, weight loss journey. Although I'm not really focusing on weight loss as much anymore, it's more about decreasing body weight and building muscle. That's where I'm at right now. I haven't been taking body progress pictures. It's just not been something that I've prioritized. Unfortunately, I feel like I should have done, because I've got lots of pictures when I was a bit heavier, and now I don't have a lot when I've lost body weight. My clothes are definitely looser and I can see visual changes. Yeah, that's pretty much what I've been doing over the month, and now it's actually the 28th of January, so I will be documenting what I'm doing and I'll try and keep it as organized as I can, but it's kind of like I'm winging it, you know, because I noticed I have lots of random clips of things that I've ate, but it doesn't really show you in proportion of the whole day, so it's like a random snack I had on a Saturday, and then next Monday it's my dinner. I do need to delete a lot of footage off my phone because it's almost bursting to the brim. I need to get rid of that, and then I can record more and maybe try and be more organized. But if anyone wants to see like a full day of eating or snacks or high protein options that take into account refined sugars, because what I noticed over the last month, I was more focusing on protein rather than refined sugars, and those protein shakes that I had bought, the ones in the bottles, although that's helpful for me during my day to get protein in, it suits me on the go kind of thing. Looking at the sugars, I know it's not something I want to be having a lot of. I don't want to adjust my taste buds to get used to that amount of sugar. It's not good for my teeth. I recognize my diet right now is not where I want it to be 100%, but it's so much better than it used to be. And my biggest challenge at the moment is getting enough protein in, and I know it's kind of controversial, but like for me, because I'm trying to increase my muscle, I need to be having a lot more protein than I am now, because sometimes I get around like 50 grams, and I think from the top of my head, for my personal requirements, it's around 80 to 108 grams of protein a day. I managed to get around 90 plus grams today. I'm not doing everything really precisely, like, oh, this is how many calories are in my salad. That's way too much. I just want to have like an average idea of how much protein I'm having, kind of see overall, am I getting sufficient carbohydrates, am I getting sufficient fiber, fruit, vegetables, you know. But if anybody wants to know more about what I'm doing, then just give me questions, because I'm just kind of freestyling this. I put up a poll on my YouTube channel. A lot of you guys wanted to see more of these fitness videos, which is why I have been filming this, and I realize it's been about a month since I last posted. But you guys, I apologize for that. I did say I was going to be more consistent, but I've had a lot of life changes. I have 2 volunteer posts that I do. I work full time. I also do acting on the side. I also moved apartments. It's just a lot trying to balance everything. I don't know how consistent I'll be, whether that's once every month or whatnot, but I'll try my best to post. I did post a lot on TikTok. I did this 30-day countdown challenge on my Wellness with Sonam page, just to keep myself accountable and getting into a habit of filming. I don't have my measuring tape right now, but I will try and find it. So I'd like to track that too. I haven't measured myself in a long time. And it's kind of tough when you're doing body recomposition, because if it's that time of month, I'm not going to be able to really get a accurate reflection. Weighing myself might be more bloated, blah blah blah, and I tend to hold a lot of retention on my face. It tends to just do that. Genetics. Other than that, I think that's pretty much everything I've been doing. I'm excited to show you what's coming ahead, because I'm feeling more excited about the journey. I did have a consultation with a personal trainer, and she was very passionate about what she was talking about. She does calisthenics, which is what I'm really interested in developing, and I thought I'd go with her, but on the days that I'm available, she's fully booked, and because I work a rolling rota, it might mean that some weeks I might be training 2 days in a row, and I really don't want to do that. I would like to have adequate resting recovery time, so I don't think it's going to work out so I've decided to just self-train, learn how to use the machines at the gyms, do pull-ups and all that jazz. I'm still extremely new. I don't even know the names of all the exercises. I'm going to be implementing that as well as using the fitness classes at the new gym that I go to. I've been going there for a few weeks now, just the fitness classes and then freestyling it with the calisthenic equipment, which is not much. If I had a pull-up bar here, then I would do it here. You just need some space, your body, and a pull-up bar apparently, but there's other things you can use like chairs and stuff like that. Anyway, I will keep you updated on that part of my journey. Thanks for watching so far, and I'll see you hopefully soon.